What would you expect from a motorhome that starts at more than $1.7 million? A luxury hotel, a private residence, or maybe something that feels less like an RV and more like a private jet that happens to have wheels? Today, we're looking at something very different, the 2027 Newmar King Aire. It's 45 feet long, produces 605 horsepower and 1,250 pound-feet of torque, and has a starting MSRP of $1,254,560. But here's the interesting part. The price is only the beginning. Once you step inside, the question changes from, why does this cost so much? To, what exactly do you get for $175 million? I'm Richard M. Tryon, and this is California Autos. The 2027 King Aire is a 45-foot luxury Class A diesel motor coach built on a Spartan K3 tag axle chassis. Newmar positions the King Aire at the highest level of its luxury lineup. For 2027, Newmar introduced what it calls the Newmar Signature Experience. According to the company, this experience is exclusive to the 2027 King Aire and is designed around personalized attention, privileged access, and ongoing care for the owner. Newmar also added several technologies for 2027, including Insight 360-degree camera system with recording functionality, remote grey tank operation, and standard Starlink internet. So Newmar isn't only focusing on the interior, it's also focusing on what the ownership experience feels like. Let's start with the numbers. The King Aire measures 45 feet in length and rides on a Spartan K3 tag axle chassis. Power comes from a Cummins X15 diesel engine producing 605 horsepower. But horsepower isn't the whole story. The King Aire produces a massive 1,250 pound-feet of torque. It uses an Allison 4000 Meteos transmission and carries a 175-gallon fuel tank. It has 3 axles, including the tag axle, with 22.5-inch tires. So, when you're looking at this machine, you're not looking at a conventional RV. You're looking at a serious heavy-duty diesel platform designed to move a 45-foot luxury coach across the American highway. And there's another feature that caught my attention: Comfort Drive adaptive steering. Newmar uses this technology to help make a coach this large feel more manageable from behind the wheel, especially during long highway journeys. Now, let's move to the place where the journey actually begins: the cockpit. The driver and passenger seats are covered in Italian leather, and they're both heated and air-conditioned. They also feature power lumbar support, recline, and footrests. But the technology is what really stands out. The King Aire features Comfort Drive, adaptive steering, Mobileye lane tracking and departure technology, on-guard collision mitigation with adaptive cruise control, electronic stability control, automatic rain sensing wipers, and push-button start. The King Aire also features Insight radio with Apple CarPlay, a 10-inch dual monitor setup, and navigation on applicable configurations. The cockpit isn't simply about comfort. It's designed to give the driver technology and assistance while managing a very large coach. And when you're driving 45 feet of motorhome down an American highway, that matters. Now comes the part most people probably want to see: the interior. This is where the King Aire starts to feel less like an RV and much more like a luxury residence. Newmar offers 2 main design expressions: regal and refined. Together they provide 8 decor options. You also get European-style hardwood cabinetry and Italian leather furniture throughout the living areas. Depending on the floor plan, the living area can feature large opposing sofas, including an 84-inch visionary trifold sofa and a 68-inch comfort lounge sofa. There's also an option for powered theater seating. And then you look up, and there's a 55-inch Samsung 4K QLED television, along with another 43-inch Samsung 4K QLED TV in the front overhead cabinet. 3 15,000 BTU heat pump air conditioners help control the interior climate. And yes, Starlink internet comes standard. Newmar notes that a service subscription is required. Think about that for a moment. You're traveling across the country while your living space is designed to stay connected. Now let's talk about the kitchen, because this isn't the type of RV kitchen where you're forced to compromise on everything. The King Aire features a large kitchen with a generous pantry and pull-out shelves. The appliances are from names normally associated with high-end residential kitchens. There's a massive 19.8 cubic foot Viking stainless steel refrigerator with French doors and an internal ice maker. Then there's a Wolf all-electric induction cooktop and a Fisher & Paykel dishwasher with a wood panel front. Newmar even offers an optional narrow beverage refrigerator inside the pantry that can hold 6 bottles. These details tell you exactly who this motorhome was designed for. It's not just about getting from one destination to another. It's about maintaining a high-end lifestyle while you're traveling. Now let's move toward the back and take a look at the bedroom. This is where the King Aire really starts feeling like a private suite. The master bedroom features an adjustable support air mattress and a 50-inch Samsung 4K QLED TV. The wardrobe features lighting, sliding doors, cedar paneling, a built-in safe, and shoe storage. There are also polished quartz surfaces throughout the luxury areas, and for anyone wanting an even more dramatic atmosphere, Newmar offers an optional master bedroom fireplace. On the 45-45 floor plan, the bedroom takes the concept even further. There's a large walk-in closet, and Newmar says that space can optionally be converted into a rear bunkhouse with a closing door. That's an interesting detail because it means the same luxury coach can be configured around very different lifestyles. Whether you're traveling as a couple or bringing family along, the floor plan can adapt to your needs. And then we arrive at one of the biggest luxury indicators in the entire coach, the bathroom. The King Aire offers a bath-and-a-half configuration with a spa-inspired full bathroom and a separate midship half bath. The full bathroom includes dual sinks, a fully tiled 50 by 34-inch residential shower, a cathedral ceiling, and Newmar's Aquamizer shower system. There's also a stacked Samsung washer and dryer in the rear bathroom on the 45-31 configuration, and if that's not enough, an optional bidet stool is available. These aren't features you normally associate with a traditional RV. They're designed to make long-term travel feel much closer to being at home. But luxury isn't only about what happens inside. Walk outside the King Aire and there are plenty of details working behind the scenes. Newmar uses its masterpiece finish, with clear coat and cut and buff finishing. There are Girard Dual Nova side awnings with wind sensors, remote control and LED lighting. There's also a 43-inch Samsung 4K QLED exterior television built into the sidewall. The coach also has RGB LED lighting underneath the perimeter. For leveling, Newmar uses hydraulic smart leveling jacks with Bluetooth-compatible touchpad control. Even the exterior is designed around comfort and convenience. And then there's storage. The King Aire has power pass-through storage trays with a storage shelf in each tray. There's even a 2.47 cubic foot Dometic freezer mounted on a pull-out tray. So the exterior is basically another part of the living experience. And here's something luxury buyers increasingly care about. How independent can you be? The 2027 King Aire comes with 4 640AA Lithionics lithium-ion battery power packs. Newmar also lists 4 flexible 120-watt solar panels as an optional roof installation. And with Starlink included as standard equipment, the coach is designed around staying connected while traveling. Modern luxury isn't just leather and polished surfaces anymore. Luxury is also power, connectivity, privacy, and freedom. Now let's talk about the number everybody was waiting for. The official starting MSRP for the 2027 Newmar King Aire is 1,754,060. That's the starting price, and that distinction matters. Newmar offers optional equipment and customization. There's an optional Artisan Series custom paint process, an optional Onyx package, optional solar panels, optional theater seating, and other upgrades. So depending on how you configure the coach, the final price can move beyond the starting MSRP. But even before adding options, we're already talking about a motorhome with a starting price of more than $1.75 million. And that raises a fascinating question. At this price, would you buy a luxury home, a private jet, or would you put more than $1.7 million into a 45-foot motorhome? Because the King Aire isn't trying to compete with an ordinary RV. It's selling something different, the ability to take a luxury living environment with you. You can wake up in one state, drive through another, and end the day somewhere completely different without giving up the comforts you expect at home. And maybe that's the real luxury, not simply having more, but having the freedom to take it with you. So, what do I think of the 2027 Newmar King Aire? On paper, it's an extraordinary machine. 45 feet, 605 horsepower, 1,150 pound-feet of torque, a Spartan K3 tag axle chassis, luxury Italian leather, a residential style kitchen, Viking and Wolf appliances, a spa-inspired bathroom, a master suite, Starlink, advanced driver assistance technology, and a starting MSRP of $1,750 for $506. This isn't an RV designed for everyone, and honestly, it's not supposed to be. It's designed for someone who wants the freedom of the open road without leaving luxury behind. I'm Richard M. Tryon, and you've been watching California Autos. If you enjoyed this look inside the 2027 Newmar King Aire, make sure you subscribe to California Autos. And tell me in the comments, would you spend $175 million on this motorhome, or would you buy something else instead? I'd really like to know what you would choose. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.